Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay. I'm kidding because I cannot sing. I can carry a tune, but I can't sing. I hope everyone is doing great. I'd like to say welcome back. I hope that you have checked out other videos prior to checking out this one. That way you will know what is going on, as this is a series. Okay, it is the A through Z listing. It is channeled messages and intuitive messages for the collective regarding health, healing, and happiness. It's interesting that I'm laughing because we have inner child pop out, okay, as in the pre-shuffle that I'm sitting here doing with rose quartz. The last video ended on me talking about rose quartz, kind of, okay? So I encourage you to watch that video. I hope everyone's doing great again. Again, this is a series A through Z listing. If you're not sure what the A through Z listing is, I encourage you to find the A through Z listing video and watch it so that you're able to know what's going on and you can catch up as you start your own work with the series, starting with A. Okay. I encourage you to, I encourage you to grab a notebook or get a notebook or your phone or whatever it is you take notes on so that you're able to put your own life into what we're discussing with the series, okay? So today we're doing I, J, and K. Or right now we're doing I, J, and K. So I speaks of being impatient, okay, or not being impatient. J is speaking of joy, okay, and K is speaking of being kind, okay. So I'm just going to read what is here if you haven't watched the video. So it speaks of how we can't be impatient, okay, as we are all individuals and we have our own individuality, as it is what makes us different from the world, from the next person within the world, but also what makes us similar. How can we merge the two? It's not impossible for you to find who you are and where you want to be in life, which is kind of what the series has been up until this point, and it's really pinpointing and touching on us finding our life purpose and what we're meant to do within the world. Because if you watch other videos or previous videos, it talks about how not everyone is meant to do what I'm doing, okay? There are several great readers on YouTube working in the light world and in the white, purest white light that are doing exactly what I'm doing, okay? And we're healing the collective, no matter if they're doing the readings like I do, no matter if they're just doing channel messages, no matter if they're doing love, because there's a lot of individuals that read on love, okay? My guides they haven't put me in the energy of love. I only read love if it's what comes up, okay? But my guides have focused my energy solely on healing, okay? With that being health, again, healing and happiness with patience, prayer, and positivity, okay? We can all get there. It is going to take time, okay? And the way it starts is A, through altering our attitude, B, balancing the bullshit, okay? Again, I'm not going to go through that because you're able to go watch those previous videos, but that's just the start of it, which has gotten us up to this point. Okay, they did lead me to switch decks. I'm led to do this deck, grab some healing messages, and then grab some love messages, okay? Not love like intimate love, but like platonic love, okay? Which also ties into self-love. So they're telling me to start with this one, okay, as you can be joyous knowing that, and then don't knock me for what I'm about to say, because you believe how you believe, what you believe in, whatever. It's a lot that I believe in, okay? So you being joyous knowing that Jesus died for our sins, okay, and they had me right. Yahweh, Yeshua, Jehovah, whatever you believe, okay, died for our sins and we're covered. And with us being covered, justice will be served through whatever we're facing, okay? Justice is going to be served, whether it's you dealing with, as in the last video, it talked a lot about wounds, trauma, pain, addictions, of that sort. So if that's something that you've been facing, okay, justice will be served. You will come out on the winning side. But in the process of that, you must remain kind. Excuse me, I need some water. I'll be forgetting my water. You must remain kind because you are kept within his care, especially if you are a king, okay? So they're having me focus, I think, right now. I try my best not to pinpoint when I'm recording, as this is a collective timeless read. It could be something that help you maybe even, a year and a half from now. But interesting enough that they're having me do this video now, and we're speaking on kings because Father's Day is coming up, okay? Now, what I do want to say in regards to that is, as we've already passed Mother's Day, and I did a video on Mother's Day speaking on not only if you're a single father, but for mothers as well, and how you're the shit, okay? And what I mean by shit is you're simply selfless hope in trying times or in troubled times, okay? So the same thing if you're a single father or if you're a father, period, okay? There are seeds, our seeds, and there are other people's seeds that depend on us to put the light out into the world or the universe in regards to our life purpose, what we've been called to do, okay? And whatever it is for you. With this particularly, and them focusing my energy on the king energy, as a father, okay, or a dad, or however your seeds address you as, they're telling me that as you face the world and you face battles and struggle with your own, like, okay, so the message that they're giving me is like, as we all have feminine and masculine energy. As we all have this energy, they're also telling me that you have to learn to balance the two, okay? Now, it saddens me that we have this pressure put on men or fathers, just in general, and how men are taught you're not supposed to cry. I think that's a bunch of BS, okay? And that's some BS that you have to learn to balance within life, because as we all carry that energy, we carry both energies. If it's something that hurts your feelings, it just hurts your feelings. And you got a reason to feel the way you do about it, okay? So don't let nobody knock you and say, oh, you soft or you weak or whatever. No, you not. You human, and you have emotions. You got a heart, you know what I'm saying? You got a soul, and you feel things, okay? You naturally feel these things. So I just want you to take a period, and what is the message that they're telling me is you be kind with yourself, okay? Even how others aren't kind with you. And it's just me being honest, especially my culture, okay? With others not being kind to you, you stand firm, 10 toes down. And you continue to progress and move forward, and remain kind to yourself, okay? Not only to others, but definitely make sure you're being kind to yourself, okay? Through whatever you're facing or dealing with, justice is going to be served. You're gonna come out of whatever you're going through, and I really pray that you've been following my journey since the beginning, and if not since the beginning, at least from part A, so that you're able to get to this point, okay? And knowing that it is going to be served. It's just some little work, just some work that gotta take place, okay? Thank you. So here we have elephant, which is also significant to greatness, okay? If you have come over from Instagram, you know that my bio says, I don't want to be famous, just great, okay? And I tell people, you tell yourself, you have to speak these things into your life and affirm that you are great. I am great, okay? Because you're only destined for greatness. Remember, we've talked about in this series, in the D part, is, talking about manifesting our dreams so that we can get to our destiny. because you're destined for it. Okay, these things were written way before we came into the physical. Before the 3D, okay, there is the 5D. But hey, if you're not on that spiritual wave, all I'm saying is this was written before you were born. Okay, your life path was written and laid out before you were born. God didn't place you here by no accidents, not by chance, not by coincidence. You are here for a reason, and that reason is because you're destined for greatness in whatever path that is for you. Okay, it says love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. So whatever it is you've been facing, remember we just talked about through being joyous and not being impatient, whatever it is that makes you you is just as going to be served, and you're going to get to the part of your life that you're trying to get to. Okay? Thank you. Yep, you got lizard. Lizard is significant to regeneration. And what this is, lizards, they shed their skin, okay? They come into new skin. That's what you're doing. You're transforming. You're coming into a new. But you got to allow the old to shed. They don't pile on the skin season after season. It probably wouldn't even be a lizard. I don't know what it would be, but they don't hold that old skin because they come into that new energy as the seasons change. So that's what's happening with you now. As the seasons are changing, or I get by the time the seasons change, are you going to be in this new period and this new phase in your life? And with visionary being here on top, you can see it, okay? It's like being clairvoyant. I'm recording. I'll call you back. Well, I'll call you back. Excuse me, I apologize. But it's like being clairvoyant and seeing the mission or seeing which way you want to go and standing tall through this. They give me the energy of through this BS and through this negativity or whatever it is that's coming your way trying to knock you off of balance. Okay, you shed those old things, old habits, fears, thoughts, people, places, situations, whatever it is for you, and you transform to come into this new energy, which is bringing you into this greatness. It says, as a survivor, you are unparalleled. Excuse me. You are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on a new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. Okay? So you're in control. Thank you. You're in control. Okay? You got Tiger here. Okay? Tiger speaks of that fire, that lightning and the fire, like being lit up under your ass to just move forward, progress forward. It says, I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Okay? Your forces being whatever you believe in. God, angels, spirit guides, ancestors, whatever. God. But you can't have new without releasing the old. You have to be triumphant and really step through and walk through whatever this is that's blocking you. Okay, it makes me think of the very last video, and in the ending, we saw change and we saw endings for new beginnings, okay, with the 5s and the 10s. And that's exactly what this is now, because you're really in that transformation period. And you're transforming, okay? So let's see what we need to know regarding the transformation. What is this energy regarding this transformation so that we can get to the greatness? The greatness being dreams and our destiny. Okay, definitely through being courageous, I get. Okay, we have several cards pop out, so let's see what we got going on. Okay, you have eight of Earth, okay? Earth is of Pentacles. You have King of Earth. This is speaking of finances, money, career, stability. You have Four of Fire. And then right behind it, you have Queen of Earth. Okay, so again, balancing the feminine and masculine energy definitely is what I pick up on. This is in significance to like the Four of Wands in traditional tarot. Excuse me, in traditional tarot. So getting to definitely like commitment and stability. Remember, we've built the foundation of we've began to plant the seeds, or we're still watering on seeds that's already been planted, and it's going to bring you into this Four of Fire energy, or this Four of Wands type energy. Okay, for some of you, it has something to do with a relationship, or possibly like wanting to I get marriage energy really strongly. Like this commitment, okay? It's right, the Queen of Earth and the King of Earth are right in between, so it's counterparts. But for some, it's just the energy of, again, balancing that feminine and masculine energy. Okay, if it's for you, for love, okay, they're telling me to shout out my girl, Can Be the Light. If you don't know her or haven't crossed her channel, I encourage you to check her out, okay? I definitely have had a personal with her regarding love and my life before, so she's good on either spectrum that you're trying to get clarity on. So is, I've already talked about them before, but so, and just in case you haven't saw it, so is Am I Entrepreneur Tarot and Hustler Jones. Those are the only three people that I've ever had personal readings with, and they resonated to the T, okay? They each have brought me and pushed me and helped mold me into where I am today. Okay, I knew this was a part of my life purpose. I knew this was what I was supposed to be doing. Not only because they told me, but because my guides had gave me this energy long ago. I've been doing this since 2016, but it's now fully coming into fruition because I was watering those seeds that had been planted. Okay. Then also, like we talked about in the last video, I began to start moving on my manifestations, okay? As I pray, I'm patient, and I try my best to remain positive. Remember, we're always going to have negative and positive, but you have to learn to balance it. And I often tell people you can always pull something positive out of a negative. So let's read and see what we got going on. That's just the energy that they give me off of these cards. Okay, so the Eight of Earth says skill work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic or going back to school. Okay, so for some of you, remember the energy that we've been picking up on in previous videos is definitely, they keep giving me this energy of like people want to be in the health field or something to do with like cosmetology, like MUA or makeup artist, if you don't know what that is. I get the energy of a firefighter, some form of being a professional, like if it's like working in the legal field. I get a gardener here. But remember, because in the last video, we also had teaching and learning too. And remember, finding our, like the last two videos, we've had life purpose and really finding our life purpose and what's going to bring us to this Eight of Earth energy and bring this pinnacle into our life. Okay, because remember, we saw greatness at the beginning. But what happens is, going back to our A through Z, you can't be impatient. And you have to be joyous knowing that we're covered, okay? We're covered. And we're going to get to where we're supposed to be, and justice is going to be served, right? But what you have to do, again, remain kind, not only to others, but also to yourself, okay? I often tell people, you put out positive, positive comes back. You put out negative, that's what you're going to get back. So as long as you're moving and manifesting on positive energy, your own life, focused on your own life purpose, what you're trying to do, where you're trying to get to, you're going to be rewarded. Says again, skilled work is rewarded. So learning all you need to know. I think I talked about this several videos ago, but you can't do something and help others and get out there into the field unless you know. Okay? So like they done gave me this example to use twice. That right now they're giving me the hair and the health example. I can't sit here and coach nobody on how to do no sew-in because I don't know how to do no sew-in. I can't sit here and help nobody when it comes to health and nutrition because that's not my wave right now. I'm trying to get there myself, so I appreciate it if you want to help me with that because I need it too. Okay. So you have the King of Earth, or balancing that masculine energy as you transform. It says in successful time, confidently accept opportunities you are offered, the Midas touch. Okay, so it could be something that's coming to you or will come to you as you continue to learn more and move into new energy and new territory. Balancing the masculine side of yourself. Okay. Remember, being kind. And then you come into this 4 fire energy. And it says contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. So it could be that this is coming into your life. Whatever you're offered will come into your life as you learn. I'm picking up the energy of a trade for some of you, but as you learn that trade or you work towards going back to school or learning whatever this is for you, okay, is it going to bring you this contentment, this stability, this happy, this peace, this joy? Okay, remember, stay joyous, but don't get impatient. And in the process of all of this, and you transform it, are you finding yourself again, your individuality, what's setting you apart? Okay, how are you lighting that fire in yourself? Okay, the fire that lies dormant within you is what they're giving me. Whatever you're passionate about, you're coming into that, and you're finding that again. Interesting enough that they got abundance out here, because when I did, where was it? I saw abundance in here, and I was going to tell y'all that. I thought it was on top, but it's not. Yeah, I saw abundance anyway. And then you come into balancing your feminine side, okay? The feminine, if you're masculine, or it could be if you're feminine too, but it's written, no, because the energy that they're giving me is the feminine side. If you're masculine right now, is tapping into your passion and turning on your emotions, okay? Not trying to mask the emotions. And then if you're feminine, what they're giving me is still whatever is your passion and like what sets your soul and your heart on fire, but really balancing the masculine with the feminine so that you don't just be emotions, all emotions. I get when you come into this, like if something comes up to stop you, you don't just really be emotional or something to that effect. Okay, so it says make time for those around you, take a sensible approach, deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Kind. That's the only word that's sticking out to me, for real, for real. Because that's what we've been talking about. Okay, it's a lot of green here, so they're giving me the energy just like on the last video. And needing to be in nature to really ground yourself. And with this, you become more creative as well. Okay, we saw creativity pop out in the last one. Okay, so let's see what healing. Okay, the car is trying to run away, so I'm just gonna sit this up here. So let's see what healing. Let's see what healing messages we got. Okay, y'all. Usually when that happens, that's my guys telling me it's time to just get started. So let's get started. Okay, and on top, we got healing. Okay, so just an overall healing of whatever this is you're transforming from, but you really need to let it go so that you can progress forward and get to this greatness. Okay? What's around the healing? Thank you. Gotta take action. Okay, manifestation. Without movement, it's just going to lie dormant. Trust. Thank you. Heart healing. Interesting, because we had emotional healing in the last one, and you got healer. Okay. On the bottom, forgiveness. So I get that it's you all are transforming from something that will allow you to move forward and take action, but you're needing to trust the process. And there's been emotional healing that came out. Now we got healing, overall healing with heart healing. Okay, so a lot to do with, we saw all chakras, but I really get the energy of the heart chakra. But with this, you have to forgive yourself. And look, right behind it, you got to let go. So same energy that we've been dealing with, letting go of what no longer serves us. But in the process, again, not being impatient. Okay, being joyous and being courageous and really knowing that you can push yourself through that, because justice is going to be served. But keep that kind energy and that kind spirit about you as you go through this transformation and you take action as you're beginning to trust through the process and allow things to flow as they're supposed to flow, is the energy that they're giving me. You have healer here. Okay, so possibly needing to really consult a healer so that you can fully go into this healing. And the energy that they're giving me is with this, it will allow you to really see yourself in a new light as you will tap into newer energies through that transformation, as there will be a healer to sit there and help you and assist you and transform through, so you don't feel alone, is what I get. That's love energy. Okay, because what's happening, I get this healer is what's going to help you come into a full circle of this transformation, so that you can begin to shed that old skin to transform completely and move into new energy, so that you can get back to that contentment and that peace, which will bring you the abundance. And it starts with you, okay? Being patient and being positive, praying if that's what you believe in, so you can get to this health, this healing, and this happiness side of things, okay? It says, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. Okay, we saw that in the last video, and how we're really connected to Source and Mother Earth, or however you see it, however you believe, whatever you believe in. But without that belief and that faith, you're not going to be able to move forward. That's why you got to trust here, because you got to trust within the process of this healing, okay? It takes time. Time heals all. Let's see, what other love messages? Okay, this one not going to be as long as the last one, because I killed it on the last one. Let's see. Okay, we had 3 turn over. Clearing your negative energy, transmute it into that positive, because it does say my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Okay? It says when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. Okay, so really focusing on you, and again, transmuting that negative energy, those negative thoughts. In the last video, we did see where it was a lot of self-sabotage. Okay, so really moving forward. Really moving forward out of that. Okay, it says the universe has my back. Definitely. Remember, like I just said, we saw in the last video that we were connected. Okay, the universe could be, in this sense, what your healer is or who your healer is. You being in nature, really grounding and tapping in so that you can begin to move forward and take action through trusting and believing the process. Having that faith. Yep, because last that we have on top, I don't know if you can see this, I'm just going to read it. It says, I find a deeper meaning in personal growth amid the discomfort. Okay, so through this transformation and the things that you're needing to heal from, especially if it has something to do with your heart, emotions, that hole in the soul that we saw in the last video, know that you can get through that, okay? You're going to move through that and you're going to move forward. It's not going to be easy. Yes, it's going to be uncomfortable, but we often are made uncomfortable to be comfortable again. Okay, behind this, they're pointing this out to me regarding like the sun or the moon that's here. Okay, so if you haven't watched other videos, like I've talked about, in full moon cycles is where we're healing and we're purging, or we're going through a purge of certain, whatever your guides give you to heal from at that time, so that we can come into that new moon energy. Okay, and this is what happens. You're made, again, uncomfortable to be comfortable again, but it's not going to always be easy or comforting. Okay, and again, that's why you have the healer card here, because you have people and resources around you that can assist you. Okay, I encourage you to check the description box below or my About Me section if you would like to book a personal. I apologize. If you would like to book a personal, woosah, okay? Thank you so much. I love each of you. I look forward to speaking with you on the next video. And take care.